Hello and welcome to QuickTale English. Today, we explore a simple but essential truth that guides the lives of all successful people. Never give up at the last minute. Life is a long journey, full of challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. Every person who has ever tried to achieve something important, whether it is learning a new language, starting a business, running a marathon, or simply completing a difficult project, has faced that single powerful moment when they felt completely ready to stop. This moment, this feeling of total exhaustion and hopelessness, often happens just when success is nearest. It is the moment we call the last minute. This last minute is not a physical measure of time, but a deep psychological state. It is when your emotional reserves are empty. It is when your energy feels completely drained. You look at the goal and it seems miles away, even if it is just around the next corner. The temptation to quit becomes stronger than the desire to succeed. Your mind starts telling you comfortable lies. It's too hard. You are not ready. Start again tomorrow. The burden feels too heavy, and the easiest path, the path of least resistance, is always the one that leads back to giving up. This feeling of wanting to surrender is perhaps the biggest test of our character. Think about why this moment arrives. It arrives because you have been fighting. It arrives because you have spent hours, days, or even years working toward this goal. You have pushed past your easy limits. The darkness you feel now is the darkness that comes right before the dawn. It is the natural reaction of a system, your body and your mind, that has operated at its maximum capacity for too long. If you can understand that this intense desire to quit is simply a sign that you are close to a major breakthrough, you can change your reaction. Consider the story of a marathon runner. Imagine them at mile 22 of a 26-mile race. They have been running for hours. Their legs are heavy. Their lungs burn. They call this moment hitting the wall. Every step is a painful decision. They see no end. They think, I cannot possibly take another step. This is the last minute. This is the moment when many runners drop out. But the finish line is not miles away. It is just 4 miles away, a distance they could easily run on a normal day. The difference is the mental strength required to push through the exhaustion. The triumph is not just in crossing the line, but in the decision made between mile 22 and 23 to keep going. If they stop, all the effort of the previous 22 miles counts for nothing. The key is resilience, the ability to keep moving even when the mind is screaming, stop. We can see this same principle in academic life. A student spends weeks preparing for a major university examination. They read textbooks, review notes, and practice problems until late every night. The night before the final exam, they sit at their desk surrounded by papers. They look at the sheer volume of information and suddenly feel hopeless. I don't know anything. I should have studied more. I am going to fail. This wave of self-doubt is the last minute. The easy choice is to close the book and give up hope, accepting a poor grade. But if the student pushes past that doubt, trusts the hours of work they have already done, and simply reviews one more concept or sleeps for a good rest, they show up for the exam ready to perform. The knowledge is already there. The last minute was just the mind testing their persistence. Or think about the world of innovation and business. Many great inventors faced years of continuous failure. Imagine the inventor who has tried 99 different ways to make a device work, and all 99 have failed. They're out of money, their friends are tired of listening to their dreams, and their inner voice says, "This is foolish. You must stop." This feeling is the moment of maximum despair, the last minute. It is well documented that often the breakthrough, the discovery, the correct formula, the successful prototype happens on the 100th attempt. It happens right after the individual decided to make one final attempt, right after they almost gave up completely. The success was hidden behind the wall of the 99th failure. So, how do we push through this crucial last minute? The secret is small, manageable commitment. When you feel the overwhelming desire to quit, do not allow yourself to quit entirely. Instead, make a new, smaller commitment. Tell yourself, I will stop after 5 more minutes. I will stop after I write one more paragraph. I will stop after I make one more phone call. By setting a small, immediate goal, you break the cycle of emotional despair. You give your mind a chance to reset. Often, after those 5 minutes have passed, the intense urgency to stop has faded slightly. You realize that you can take one more step, and then another. The light at the end of the tunnel may not be visible until you take that final, hesitant step forward. The greatest victories are rarely easy. They are not given freely. They are earned when you choose not to quit, especially when quitting seems like the only sensible choice. The moment you are tempted to surrender is the moment you must remember that you are probably closer than you think. Stand firm. Take one more step. The best things in life, the biggest triumphs, the most significant breakthroughs, and the deepest personal growth almost always happen right after the moment you wanted to give up completely. Never let the last minute define your entire journey. Define the last minute with your unwavering determination. Thank you for joining QuickTale English. Subscribe for more motivational stories and continue practicing your B1 English. Remember, just one more step